This is the third and final segment of the Mortgage Voice Special Edition with Jeff Barton, his guest Nina Penny, speaking on reverse mortgages.
So what do you do to bridge that gap? You're talking about it now, the reverse mortgage.
Absolutely. Now, you can also imagine, there's a lot of people, a lot of my referral partners happen to be financial advisors, right? They talk to their people. But I also have some people that handle their own portfolios. And when the market's not doing well, you hit it on the head, Jeff. They want to buy. They want to invest more in the market. So guess what? They think, I have this reverse mortgage money over here. I'm going to use that money to buy more stock and to cover myself financially until things get better. So, these are just, this product, this line of credit also comes with a growth rate. And it's something that I love to talk about. Okay. And I could talk about the growth rate for a very long time, much longer than we have today. But there is a feature on this line of credit. And basically what it is that the amount of money that you have sitting in that line of credit is going to grow. And it's almost like if you have a credit card and every month they say to you, hey, Jeff, you've been a great client. You know what, we're going to give you an increase. Imagine that, okay? Mm-hmm. At about 3.5% or 4%, it's going to be growing. So the younger you take it out, right, the more you're going to have later on. Mm-hmm. So as you're sitting there and you're using these funds, right, and then you're going to have to pay it back, but it's at 3.5%, right? But it's also growing what you have in this line of credit. So it's kind of offsetting.
Yeah.
So it's really a great tool.
I love the product. I love that ability because it's very much, and I know a lot of people in the audience that will appreciate this. Life insurance works that way as well. Certain type of life insurance, the more you put in, the more money it makes for you. So therefore, the cash out value is greater and greater every time. So if you need something, you go right to your life insurance policy and take the money out of that. This is a way by which you can do it without the life insurance policy because your house becomes the collateral you need for.
Right. And yet you can still enjoy it. Just because you've used some money from it doesn't mean you don't get to enjoy that bedroom.
Right.
Or your living room. You still get to enjoy it, right?
Life insurance works the other way. No, you don't really. Your heirs get to enjoy it, but not you.
That's right.
Exactly.
But the product has so many great features. So what we talk about, like some of the misconceptions about this product, who would have ever thought we're talking about the same thing?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And honestly, the way that you can use this product today is so many tools that, for instance, we're coming up onto an election year. Right. If anyone hasn't noticed. Right now, what happens? There's a lot of people get very concerned. What's going to happen in the market?
Right.
What's going to happen to my portfolio? What's going to happen to the housing market? So you know what? Right now, we're getting a lot of people calling saying, you know what? We need to set up an additional bucket or an additional bucket that we can tap into because we don't know what's going to happen come November, December, January, or for the next 4 years. Right. So people are already thinking like that.
Of course.
And you know what? This great little product, housing values right now are strong. Yes. And once you close on your reverse mortgage, the value of the home no longer plays into the fact. It doesn't close out your money. So a lot of people feel like right now I need this product.
That's great information. I mean, the fact is that you're right. In a great market is the time to do this.
Yep.
Because of the fact that the value on your home is high. It's higher than it's going to be in a down market, obviously.
Yep.
So taking advantage of it now is a really good idea. I want to change pace once again. This is very fast moving. There's a lot of information here, and I really appreciate you spelling it out the way you have. The purchase for if you're trying to purchase a home and you want to purchase it with a reverse mortgage, what is that about and how does that work?
So this is a very powerful tool. A lot of people right now are moving around, right? They want to move maybe out of California, right?
Yes, they do.
I know.
They call it the Texit.
Huh?
They're like Brexit. They're calling it the Texit, moving to Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Listen, I do a lot of business in Prescott, Arizona. Let me tell you, it's very busy over there right now.
Yes, it
So
is.
here's kind of how it works. Let's say you sell your home in you have your home on the market in California, right? And you're going to
Right.
walk away with $700,000, right?
Right.
The market's great. So you come, let's say, to Arizona, right?
Right.
Less taxes, better quality of life. For whatever reasons, people like cost of living is a lot better. Not so many government regulations, and
Right.
people want to come, right? So you come to Arizona, you figure, well, I got $700,000 in my pocket. I'm going to pay cash because I don't want a mortgage payment.
Right.
So you go out and you start looking at homes, and you see a house that is $700,000. And you think, I love this house. It's the dream house I always wanted. Well, a reverse mortgage will allow you to come in with approximately a 50% contribution, let's say. So now you can get to live in this beautiful $700,000 house, and you brought in $350,000 to contribute to the sale price, and the reverse mortgage loan is $350,000, and
So
that's your loan.
So you live in the house that's $700,000 for $350,000, and you take the rest of the money that you just made selling your house in California and you put it in your pocket.
Yep. And all you really need to do is keep your taxes and your insurance up to date. And the extra money is $350,000. That's
That's a
nice.
lot.
You get all the benefits.
Right.
Now, some people who are very financially savvy, and we get a lot of this, a lot of people that move to Arizona from other states love the feature of the line of credit, right?
Right.
So let's say you come to me and you say, I want this $700,000 house. I'm going to bring in $350,000, but I really want to start putting money into that line of credit. Well, you can pay into it. So let's say, well, I want that extra bucket. So
Right.
instead of bringing in $350,000, I'm going to bring in $400,000. Now I have that extra $50,000 sitting in that line of credit, right?
Right.
It's going to have that growth rate. So it's going to be growing, what you can tap into later as an additional bucket. So in case you need an air conditioner or something,
Right.
you can use that. And then you still have an additional, $300,000 in your pocket.
Hey, Nina, we've got about 3 minutes left. I want to
Okay.
ask you, first of all, how can people get in touch with you about the great product, about the information that you're sharing with them?
Well, you can definitely call me. My telephone number is 480-635-2410. You can email me at nhpenny@msn.com. You can check out my website at simplereversemortgage.net.
Let me ask you a couple personal questions about reverse mortgages, about helping people. What's your favorite part? Is it when they realize that this is a great product, or that when they trust you, or where do you sit with all this in terms of the emotional side of it? Because helping people is at the heart of what you do, and this is a product that you really have to explain and educate people about.
It's changing lives. What we can help people get first-time home buyers. You can help people do that all day long. But when people retire, we're all going to retire. We're all going to need every dime we can possibly get. And
Right.
that, to me, and helping people achieve that and see a product that can help them, whether they have a lot of money or just a little bit of money, or how they can live someplace and not worry, that to me is great. If I can, I'd love to tell a quick story.
Please.
Okay, so recently I got a phone call from someone here in Arizona. It says, my buddy, his mom lives in Hollywood. She's 98 years old. She's got 2 boys. And they're both retired because they're 75. The mom insists on staying in her home. The sons have been paying for all of her health care and in-home care, $15 an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. For years, they've been paying it. For
Right.
years.
Right.
And the sons are now out of money. And they said, I got a phone call and said, can you please see if you can help them? I got their mom a reverse mortgage. And she will never have to worry for the next 10 years about her cost of her in-home care. Her sons were crying
Hmm.
because they didn't want to have to tell their mom, sorry, we can't afford the house anymore, we can't afford your care.
Right.
And you know what? It's things like that.
Nina, that's a great story. It's at the heart of what we do as professionals. And because this is such a segmented market, I think you do a great job at trying to help them. And I really appreciate you coming on the show and explaining all this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, and this is the Mortgage Voice. That's Nina Penny, and she is a reverse mortgage specialist. Thanks very much for listening to this special event on the Mortgage Voice. We'll see you next time.
This is the third and final segment of the Mortgage Voice Special Edition with Jeff Barton, his guest Nina Penny, speaking on reverse mortgages.